Hey y'all, and welcome back to Caitlyn's Corner. So we are finishing up our Wildflower week, and today I have real growing season. So it is growing season, so you might see a lot of flowers and plants blooming, and this is by Maryann Cocca-Leffler. So if you're ready, we are going to get started with growing season. So, best friends Elle and Joe were the smallest students in the class, okay? So they're real small, real short, but they're best friends. Even their names were short. Look, Elle and Joe. Compared to the rest of the names, they have long names over here. Elle and Joe were always together. They sat next to each other in their just the right size desk. So they have just the right size desk for them. And they helped each other reach the unreachable. You're like 2 peas in a pod, said their teacher. 2 peas in a pod. Have you ever heard that phrase before? On picture day, Elle and Joe were front and center. That way they could be seen. Here's Elle and Joe. They played perfect twin elves in the holiday show. They did, didn't they? And were small enough to share the special reading chair. So they could both sit in the special reading chair. But in springtime, something big happened. Joe grew. Joe, you're growing like a weed. Well, there's Joe over here. She grew tall, didn't she? When it was Joe's turn to water the plants, she didn't need Elle's help anymore. And Joe's just the right size desk was not the right size anymore. Elle felt smaller every day. So Joe didn't need Elle's help anymore to water the plants, and the right size desk wasn't right size for Joe anymore. On the last day of school, Mr. Diaz told everyone to take a flower home and care for it over the summer. So everyone's going to take their flower home. All the kids rushed to the windowsill. They reached over tiny Elle, grabbing all the flower pots with colorful blooms. So they could easily reach over Elle and grab all the prettiest flower pots. There was only one pot left for Elle. It was small, with no flowers at all. I know just how you feel, little plant, said Elle. So little Elle knows how the little plant feels. Mr. Diaz leaned in. Elle, that's an aster plant. Aster means star. It's no star, it's just a little plain green plant, said Elle. Just you wait. In time, it will grow and have beautiful purple blooms, said Mr. Diaz. Elle was not so sure. So do you think Elle believed Mr. Diaz? Do you think the plant will have beautiful purple blooms soon? Joe looked over at Elle's sad plant and then at her own. You can have my zinnia plant, said Joe. I'll be at my grandma's all summer anyway. So Joe's offering the zinnia plant to Elle. I'll plant aster and zinnia side by side, said Elle. They will be best friends, just like us, said Joe. Elle smiled. So Elle's going to take care of the plants while Joe is going to be gone for the summer, and she's going to plant the aster and the zinnia side by side. So when Elle got home, she carefully planted the flowers in the garden. It was growing season. All summer long, she watered them and talked to them. Summer became the waiting season. Elle waited for Aster to bloom. So Elle waited for little Aster to bloom. She watered it and took care of it. And she waited for Joe to return. So there's the Aster plant, which was hers that she planted, and there's Zinnia. That's the plant that Joe let Elle take care of while she was away. And looks like Joe sent and Elle sent bunches of mail so that they can talk to each other throughout the summer. On the last day of summer, Joe came home. Elle and Joe ran straight to the garden and suddenly stopped. Something big had happened. So look, Joe came home and they're running and hugging each other, and what are they going to find in the garden? Aster had finally bloomed. Look at the Aster plant. Beautiful purple flowers, just like Mr. Diaz said. And then there's Joe's zinnia plant that Elle took care of. And so had Elle. So not only did the Aster plant finally bloom, Elle did too. Look, they're like the same height. And that is the end of that one. So, give it due time. Not everything grows at the same time because it's different plants and we're different people. So we don't all grow at the same time, just like plants. So thank y'all for tuning in for Wildflower Week. I hope y'all enjoyed this week's theme. Next week's theme is Bike Week. So see you tomorrow. Bye.